How's it going, guys? We're going to be making some really good food today as per usual. However, this is a really simple dish. It may seem fancy when you hear the name and when you think about it, but it is simple. We're making chicken cordon bleu. However, instead of being breaded, it's going to be breaded.
It's Some Guy Who Cooks, starring Brett Picorni. Featuring Brett Picorni. Guest stars on the show include Sal, Peppy, and the lovely Paula. Today's episode brought to you by Brett Picorni.
So what is chicken cordon bleu? Well, I mean, to put it simply, it's a chicken breast stuffed with ham and cheese, then breaded and fried. So how exactly am I changing that? Well, instead of breading it and frying it, I'm going to wrap it in bacon and bake it. So it's more of a keto cordon bleu, if you will. One of the most popular ways to do this is to butterfly your chicken breast, cut those two halves apart, pound them flat until they're about like a 1/4 inch thick, and then, put on your toppings, roll it up, bread it, and fry it. However, I'm going to take a slightly different approach. I'm just going to stuff the chicken. So I'm going to open up a little cavity and stuff the stuff in there, and then wrap the whole thing in bacon after covering it in my own special rub. Normally, I'd use you, Paula. Oh, I do love you, Paula, but this is a more specialized task. See, I'm having to create a cavity in this chicken. And Paula, I need something that's a little more tailored to that job. So I guess I'm just gonna have to use my boner. The advantage of this boning knife, it's long, it's thin, it's real sharp, it's a little bit flexible too. So it's great for boning, obviously. It's also really good for creating a cavity in something like chicken or beef. So let's go ahead and create these cavities. We're gonna wanna take the chicken and we're wanting to create the cavity on this side, not this one, because you got more to work with. I'm gonna trim off this extra little bit here. And as you can see, we made a nice deep pocket here, but we didn't go all the way through because, well, that would be bad. It would kind of defeat the purpose of making a pocket. So starting on this first one, I'm gonna stuff it with a slice of ham and 2 slices of Swiss cheese. So I'm gonna fold this in half and push it right on in there. And now for the cheese, do the same. Just go ahead and push it on in there real good. And I've also got this little spice rub. I'm going to cover the outside with that instead of breading it. Which, by the way, the recipe for this rub will be in the description below. I actually came up with this back in high school. It is fantastic for chicken. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of sprinkle that right on top and give it a good rub. And now that that's pretty well coated and stuffed, we're going to wrap this guy in the bacon. And don't hesitate to grab a toothpick so you can skewer that on there. You're probably going to need it. And one more toothpick for the other side here. And there we go. We have a bacon-wrapped cordon bleu. Now while I prep this second chicken breast, I'm going to turn on the oven, pop it up to 350, and I'm also going to grab this guy. I have an admission, I don't have much experience when it comes to baking chicken. I know it has to reach an internal temperature of 165 degrees, so that's where this really comes in handy. It's the Weber iGrill. I got it for my birthday one year from my older brother. Thanks, Brad. And it via Bluetooth and stuff. You just pop it right in your meat, let it sit, and it'll let you know when it hits the right temperature. So I'm gonna be using this while the chicken's in the oven. Here it is, guys, the main event. Whoa! And here it is, guys, the main event, the moment you've been waiting for. Now, there's a little more here than what we originally bargained for, okay? Yes, we've got the chicken cordon bleu, and it looks beautiful. But we've also got some candied bacon and a little bacon rose wrapped around a piece of chicken. You remember that teeny little piece of chicken that I trimmed off? Well, I had an extra piece of bacon, so I just kind of took that, rubbed it around in a little bit of the spare rub, and wrapped it in the bacon. Ha-ha! That looks so good. Ooh. Now, I got a little sidetracked. And see this? That's that. Oh my gosh. That's the brown sugar. The excess brown sugar from making the candied bacon. And it has turned into like a bacon caramel. Holy cow. But enough. I keep getting sidetracked. You guys want to see the chicken cordon bleu, or rather the keto cordon bleu. So I won't waste another moment of your time. Paula, it's your turn to shine. Now you can see a fair amount of cheese has already come out of this, but I did put a lot in there. All right, here we go. Woo-wee! Isn't that beautiful? Let me lift this up here for you. Just, get a good look at that. That is... Oh, man! Does that smell so good? I'm speechless. It's time for me to stop talking and start cutting. Alright, as you can see, this is kind of falling apart. But that's okay. It still looks and smells amazing. Oh, I don't want to lose that piece of ham. So I'm gonna do the only thing I can do. I'm just gonna take a big bite and it's gonna be messy. That is darn good. You know, let's get some of this extra cheese, some of this caramel. This is not pretty, I know, but it is pretty good. Wow, seriously, that caramel. All right, I think I need to go for this little bacon rose. I'm gonna find some more of that caramel to put right on there. Little more. Gotta watch out for the toothpick. Wow. I'm thinking future episode, make some bacon roses stuffed with chicken morsels like that. The rub is perfect. It adds a flavor that is just incredible and it penetrates all the way through the chicken. And then to wrap that in bacon, cover it in the brown sugar caramel, and bake it, that was the perfect bite. Oh gosh, I'm sorry guys, look at my hands. Glistening and good. And here's a nice piece of candied bacon. To die for. Absolutely to die for. There is nothing about this that I don't like. I will recommend that you go with thin cut bacon. Some of this bacon is really thick and it makes a bit of a difference. The bacon definitely cooks slower than the chicken, especially when you have that thick cut and it needs more time. That is if you want it to be crispy. So definitely go thin cut if you're gonna wrap stuff with it. But hey, let's go ahead and get one more good look here. This is just, oh, look how beautiful that is. You got the bacon wrap, you got a little bit of that seasoning there, which if we lift this up, you can see the spice rub inside. And it's perfect. I'm gonna cut another slice. And as you can see, this slice is a little more thin, and once again, it has fallen apart, but here we go. Chicken is tender, juicy, super flavorful. And once again, my fingers are glistening. So I'm gonna call this a win. All right, I gotta stop, or I'm gonna be 1,000 pounds. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, I'm just some guy who cooks. You're still here? Oh, you guys, you do care. Well, as long as you're still here, I hope you wouldn't mind hitting like and subscribe, because both of those would help me tremendously. And if you could also, share it with your friends. Spread the word. Comment below as well. And don't forget to watch it again if you missed Sal and Peppy. Once I get to 100 subscribes, gonna do a live video, and whoever can tell me where Sal and Peppy were in all of these videos is gonna win an awesome prize. Till next time, guys.